Hi, hi, welcome to my political show, Kavindu Political Times. Before start the show, I want to hit the like button and subscribe to my show. Yeah, let's get started. Now today on the show, we talk about many countries actually. So now let's get started. Now, of course, let's begin with the U.S. Now, 10 bipartisan Republicans and 11 Democrats have agreed to a $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, which would allow infrastructure on green energy, roads, and etc. Which is very impressive because at last Joe Biden is able to achieve his agenda. Now, what is essential? Because infrastructure is a must, the roads have to be good, and roads matter end of the day. Now, this wasn't an easy journey. The main Biden proposed bill did not much get support to begin with. As a result, it didn't go through because no Republicans supported for some reason. I guess Republicans are mentally insane these days, so I don't take the judgment. So thank goodness for these 10 bipartisan Republican senators who have come with their version of infrastructure, which is very good to see indeed, in a certain way. Could this mean this bill will pass? Yes, in a normal world. So right now, I am not sure about anything about the Congress in any meaningful way until the last minute. And of course, this bill is not the most perfect bill compared to the $6 trillion bill. So there would be many people who are opposing this bill. Many might oppose, but they will still vote no. To pass the agenda, you got to go through some tactics once in a while to achieve the goal. I thought that should be well considered there. And also something to think is that the Biden administration have also managed to on the philosophy. Now, something else to think about while talking the Biden administration is about Donald Trump. Apparently, I can't stop talking about this guy because Donald Trump keeps appearing in news. Damn you, Donald! Damn you! Of course, Donald Trump. Now he is becoming more of a sore loser than ever before. He's a man with no plan. It should be the title of his own TV show named Man with No Plan. Of course, it should cast Melania Trump and his children who are completely hopeless. Yeah, that should be the cast of the sitcom on that regard. Of course, one of the key CFOs of the Trump organization will be charged with certain amount of fraud. So again, it seems like Trump might go to prison very soon, but I don't know the chance of that, but might be. But in return of that, Donald Trump's popularity is actually quiet down. In fact, everything Trump does is over-exaggerated. That's over-exaggerated. In fact, 10% it's actually nothing in a military. In fact, the Trump has a fantasy where there's a military coup. No, because the military in the United States is one of the best militaries in the world. Utterly disciplined. Their fact is simple. Stay away from politics. Follow the orders from the government. It's a sign of respect. It's where you allow democracy to take part. Otherwise, you have something like in Myanmar, as you think. Of course, Trump would not want that, of course, on Britain. And Rudy Giuliani, of course, is now being disbarred from the state of New York, which is incredibly not surprising because of his black dye that came out of his ears, of course, of his part of his head, which is not surprising. And the big lie, because the big lie. Rudy Giuliani have made more lies in his life than ever he did in his entire life indeed. It's sad that what has happened truly for the country. But the country is back on track because of Joe Biden and the Democratic administration. And let's hope the situation will get addressed. And the Biden agenda will go ahead and forward. Damn, I gotta talk about Trump. Now let's talk about China. China's Communist Party, the China, have celebrated their anniversary of governing China. Their main speech was they will not let foreign powers bully China. There's one question. Who the hell is bullying China? No one bullies them. We are doing business with them. Countries depend on them. No one is bullying you, Xi Jinping. No one else. The only thing we are requesting, just let Hong Kong stay where Hong Kong should be, with some democracy and freedom. Maybe Thailand, let them stay free. If you can, don't blame Vladimir Putin. Maybe. Is it a big request to make? Xi Jinping. I mean, come on, dude. We tolerate your hacking. We tolerate your overabundance of 4G technological power. We tolerate everything you do. Your trade violations. We tolerate every damn thing you do. We're just requesting two things. Just let Hong Kong go free. That's it. And this Red South China Sea. And the Red Sea. Just do that. This is not the time of the Renaissance to invade countries. You saw what happened, Xi Jinping, right? When George W. Bush invaded Iraq, how did that happen? Learn something from the Americans for once. For once, the West is the way to learn something. And of course, on that note, let's focus on China's stupid message of stupidity to something else. Iran. Iran has a new supreme leader. With Iran, it just doesn't make sense. They are chosen by a certain panel, and if they like them, they go through for the voting situation. And in fact, the people who had diverse views, they were thrown out. So you have many of hardliners. So Iranian people didn't have much of a choice to make in terms of which hardliner they would choose. So Raisi is the new Iranian supreme leader. He simply refused to meet Joe Biden, and I don't know how does he expect an Iran nuclear deal will function with the basis. So honestly, I don't know how that will be, that will work, obviously. How that will work really. Iran, In short, Iran right now as a new supreme leader. The nuclear deal will be on the forefront, of course, but let's hope it does. The world needs peace, but I do hope that Iran do get penalized for their violation of human rights. Iran has broken more human rights than any country, probably worse than Saudi Arabia at this moment of time, even worse. And from that, just about one more country before I end this topic. I do want to talk about Israel. Benjamin Netanyahu is no longer the prime minister. It's now no longer Benjamin Netanyahu. It's Betani Bennett is now the new prime minister of Israel. Now you think new face, new policies? No, it's just a change of face. It's like the movie Face Off. You have a face on another guy. That's what it is really. Don't take the different title equal match policy. The reality is that he's doing the same thing Benjamin Netanyahu is doing. Invading the privacies, destroying the livelihood of the Palestinians. That's what he's doing, of course. That's fine. It's fine because the Jewish people sacrificed their lives to have a great life in World War II. The Holocaust and everything, to have a great life, to unite with people. But not to have this. This is a disgrace for their sacrifice that they suffered. But of course, who are we to oppose? You know what? Let them do what they want. But this is the thing. It does matter. Because every person in this world matters. But at least there is no Benjamin Netanyahu, right? That's a more peaceful side. I mean, Benjamin Netanyahu was more annoying than anyone else. He's actually like a mouse who you just can't kill, who never leaves. But he's not gone. But he might come back. Who knows? He's an old man with some political insanity. Cuckoo. So who knows? He might come back in. And of course, Canada have now confirmed that in 2035 they will ban internal combustion vehicle sales. Justin Trudeau, you are a nice man, but please don't take the eco-friendliness out of the people's livelihood. People can barely afford a motor vehicle right now. You are making it more expensive. Justin Trudeau, you are a true dimwit. That's the point. You're a true dimwit on that. There's no question about it. So on that note, I'm going to end the video. Thank you very much for joining me on the show.